You ever get a weird muscle twitch out of nowhere, or a strange little pulse, or an itch you just can't explain? We usually just, ignore them. But what if they aren't random at all? Today, we're going to dive into a really cool concept from Qigong that says these little quirks are actually your body's secret language, a direct update on what's happening inside. Yeah, we've all been there, right? You're just sitting there, trying to relax, and boom, your eyelid or a muscle in your leg just starts going haywire. It's kind of weird, maybe a little annoying, and we just wait for it to stop. But let's just pause for a second and ask, what if that twitch is actually a message? A sign that something really interesting and powerful is going on under the surface? Well, this is where a practice like Qigong comes in. It's not just about slow, gentle movements. It's really a way of learning how to listen to what your body is telling you. And get this, it's not just some abstract idea. This deep listening can lead to some seriously real, tangible results, even something as incredible as helping your spine adjust itself. So, to really learn this language, we're going to look at a concept from a Qigong master named Hu Zhenzi. It comes from his work, Practical Qigong Fitness Methods, and it's called the 5 Qi Regulating the Yuan. Think of it as the Rosetta Stone for decoding all those mysterious feelings in your body. Okay, so what in the world is 5 Qi regulating the yuan? Well, the simple version is this. It's what happens when your practice has built up so much internal energy, or qi, and blood that you basically have a surplus. And this extra energy doesn't just hang around. It gets to work, creating very specific, very real physical sensations that are tied directly to your 5 big internal organ systems. So let's actually break down this map one organ system at a time. We're going to go through the specific sign that shows up for each one, according to Hu Zhenzi. It's kind of like we're learning the 5 essential words in your body's unique vocabulary. First up, the heart system. Now, in traditional Chinese medicine, the heart is in charge of all the blood vessels, your circulation. So it makes sense that when the energy of the heart system is really full and strong, where do you think you'd feel it? Yep, you got it. Hu Zhenzi says you'll feel this distinct pulsing or throbbing somewhere in your body. And we're not talking about your regular heartbeat. It's more of a localized rhythmic pulse. From this perspective, it's not a problem at all. It's actually a great sign that the qi in your heart's energy pathway, its meridian, is abundant and flowing strong. All right, next up we have the liver. The liver system is connected to what are called the sinews, so basically your tendons and ligaments. It's all about keeping things flexible and making sure energy flows smoothly without getting stuck. And boom, this takes us right back to where we started. That random muscle twitch? Hu Zhenzi points to that exact feeling, a twitch or even a kind of surging sensation, as the signature of an active and healthy liver meridian. It's literally the energy of that system doing its job. Okay, on to number 3, the spleen. In this system, the spleen is in charge of the muscles themselves, the actual flesh. It's all about muscle tone, strength, and basically keeping your muscles healthy. Now, the sensation for this one is a little different. He calls it a muscle jumping. So you might feel it as something a bit stronger, maybe a little more forceful than a simple twitch. But again, it's not a random spasm. It's a direct signal that the spleen's energy is full and expressing itself right where it's supposed to. Fourth, let's talk about the lung system. Now, this one's connection might surprise you. The lungs are linked to the entire surface of your body, your skin, your body hair. They kind of manage the boundary between you and the outside world. And the feelings for this one are so relatable. You know that weird itch that has no cause? Or that tingling feeling, almost like a tiny insect is crawling on your arm? Or even just a subtle sense of energy moving right under your skin? Well, according to this map, that's just the lung meridian's energy making itself known. It's pretty cool, right? And now for our final system, the kidney. But hang on, because this one comes with a really fascinating twist. A deeper layer of understanding that might just change how you think about all of this. The kidney system is considered the real powerhouse, the foundation of all our energy. It's tied to our deepest reserves of vitality, and in Chinese medicine, it governs the bones and the marrow. So its physical sign is going to be deep, right down to our very structure. So Hu Zhenzi says that when your joints start to click or pop during movement, that's the sign of the kidney meridian's energy at work. Now, really pay attention to that phrase, during movement. Seems pretty obvious, right? You move, your knee pops. Case closed. But is it really that simple? This is where it gets really good. The author of our source text steps in with a crucial clarification. They point out that this wording could easily make you think that you have to be physically moving for this to happen.
So here's the difference. The common idea is that, yeah, you need moving Qigong for your bones to make noise. But the deeper truth, something known to really experienced practitioners, is that still Qigong, where you're in meditation, completely motionless, can create the exact same effect. The key isn't the outer movement.
So, how on earth does that work? The text explains that in these really deep states of stillness, your internal energy can become so powerful that it creates its own internal impact force. It's like a wave of energy that's literally strong enough to travel through your joints and make them resonate and pop, all while you're sitting perfectly still. And just to really hammer home how profound this is, the author adds this little note. Samadhi is a deep state of meditative focus. So this isn't just some theory, it's an actual lived experience that's only really understood by people who've gone very, very deep in their practice. So after going through all 5 of these signs, the pulsing, the twitching, the jumping, the itching, and the noisy bones, what's the big takeaway here? What does this all add up to?
The bottom line is this. Those feelings are not just random biological noise. They form a real language. They are actually positive signs of abundant energy and blood. They show that your body's internal systems are active, they're communicating, and each one of those little sensations is telling its own unique story about what's really going on inside you.
And that really brings us to the final thought. This isn't just ancient trivia. It's a practical guide for you to become more aware of yourself. It's an invitation to listen a little closer, with a little more curiosity. So the next time you feel that weird twitch or that strange pulse, instead of just brushing it off, maybe you can ask a new question. Now that you know the language, what is your body trying to tell you?